I'm coming at you with a massive attack. I'll leave you flat on your back, smack you with my might attack. No frontal pop, snap and crackle. This is a blitzkrieg, son. Sit down, I already won. Punishment has to begun. Just let me reload my gun of ones. It's time to get off my pitch. Here I can help you with this. My shadow friend got a shiv, and he likes when you resist. Time to be quiet, don't snitch. I love the thrill of the risk. All day I spin like a disc. You know it deep in your soul. It's in your blood to roll. Bet every dollar you own. It's in your blood to roll. Man, this boy's out of control. It's in your blood to roll. You got some dice to roll. It's in your blood to roll. You know it deep in your soul. It's in your blood to roll. Bet every dollar you own. It's in your blood to roll. Man, this boy's out of control. It's in your blood to roll. You got some dice to roll. It's in your blood to roll. It's in your blood to roll. It's in your blood to roll.
Oops, wrong one. Ah, you're not supposed to. Aha, that's better. Hello. Hello. We should be live. Live, large, and in charge. Welcome, 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 everybody who is joining us for this.
Hello,
stream.
everyone.
Got with me, as you can hear, the one, the only, Jimena Rick.
It's me.
He is the lodestone of lizards in G-Man. The standard bearer. Won it, not REBBL, not playoffs, but he did win G-Man 1, which is pretty impressive in and of itself. So I've roped in a little bit of expertise for this cast, so you don't have to listen to just my wittering. We can actually have somebody who knows what he's talking about too. So, first things first, I think we should take a look at the teams. So we're going to be looking at Swedish Wyrdstone versus Wild Wyrdstone Explorers. And I seem to have brought up Wild Wyrdstone Explorers first, so that's the team we're going to look at first. And this is a very nice Underworld team. It's got a troll with block. It's the skill you want on a troll, you know. You don't want it to not have block, you want it to have block. Block's a great skill on a big guy. 2 well-developed blitzers. One of them has a niggle, I think. Is it just a niggle? Yeah, just a single niggle, but still not ideal. But yeah, we've got one with tackle, and the other one has Juggernaut. But aside from that, they're identical claw pom killers, basically. We've got one quite nice Skaven thrower here, with all of the skills that make everything a 2+. Effectively, this is Edge 4 for everything. But it took 3 skills to do it, yeah. But it does have dodge. In fact, both of these have dodge, which is nice, because Skaven throwers don't have edge access, believe it or not. So getting dodge on both of these guys is pretty good. The other one is a ball carrier, and this one also has a niggling injury. So a couple of perms on the positionals here. Got one other rat, a Rackle 2-heads rat. Can maybe do some sacking or something. Don't know. Kind of needs dodge for that role to be really effective, but it's still an annoying piece. And a completely rookie rat as well. 14 players. A couple of developed goblins. This Rey Mysterio fellow has a little movement bust, but it's otherwise quite good. And this guy's got wrestle and horns, which is quite fun too, but really needs 2 heads. He's still coming in on a 3+ as it is. So that's the Wild Wyrdstone Explorers. Good team. They came through G-Man Division 3, came second in that division. Did well to qualify for playoffs and well to reach round 16 as well. Now their opponent is a mainstay of Division 1 in G-Man. It is none other than Gimlick, who was actually my pick to win everything this year, and was also my pick this season, I should say, and was also my pick to win everything last season. Yeah, another great team. Actually, just before we look at this quickly, I don't know if you had any thoughts about that Skaven team, Underworld team.
Those 3 claw pieces are just super nice. Anyone would love to have one of those claw blitzers on their team. Horns is really nice, especially against the strength 4 of Necro. It's gonna be all depending whether those blitzers can do any damage on this regen team.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's one of the tricky things I think for Underworld in this matchup is playing against Claw is not especially fun, right?
I think Frenzy is one of the best goblin killers because you can just get more dice to get them down.
Yeah, and that segues us neatly onto look at Gimlick's team because Gimlick has two glorious walls, one of whom is a strength 4 with Mighty Blow, the other of whom is an edge 4 with all of the ball handling skills, by which I mean sure hands. I think that's the only real like ball handling skill there, but okay, it's mostly normals. Yeah, this strength 4 wolf needs a single assist to get 3 dice into 3 dice on a goblin, which is really rather special, and that's going to kill goblins very, very quickly.
It should kill goblins very, very quickly. We don't know.
Well,
actually,
yeah,
yes.
fair. Now this team is a little beaten up, so obviously the rigours of going through a division with so much claw, and just being a slightly older team has taken its toll. So both of the flesh golems are not as nimble as they used to be. Unlikely to be a big deal, but move 3 is probably more annoying than edge 1.
Yeah, definitely.
The white has taken a bust to every stat except the one that he's taken a smoked up. So this guy, yeah, none of his stats are white anymore. They're either red or green. He's a traffic light of a player, this guy. But still really useful. Like, I can understand why he's kept him.
Still a really good player.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if he picked up the strength bust as well, it would be an instant fire. But as it is, it's like... it's still alright. And then the other white is also... Yeah, sorry, go on.
I think if he gets a niggle, then I think you do fire it. If he's done with a niggle.
Yeah, possibly. Although I think maybe part of the consideration was going into playoffs is that's one of your stand firm players. And he does have a stand firm zombie. But that took an MNG last game, which I think I also cast. I remember this guy getting removed. It already had the movement bust, but it took the MNG as well. It's quite fun to get a guard stand firm zombie. But yeah, so with 4 stand firm pieces, it's nice because you can stop the 1-times against most teams. But if you fire the white, then you're only at 3, and the zombie's a bit expensive for what it is as well. So you know it's a tricky balance there. So a couple of guard zombies. How many guard in total does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guard. It's quite a lot of guard. An Edge Ghoul, just the single ghoul. I think that's very standard among Necro teams. They often only run 1 ghoul.
Yes.
It's to try and avoid having some of that fragility on the pitch or having an expensive player on the bench. But a huge team, right? Like it's going to take a lot of work to chew through these players. But what you might be thinking if you're the Underworld is, I don't need to chew through the zombies. I need to kill the key players. I need to kill the positionals, because every time a positional goes away and gets replaced by a zombie, his team gets a lot worse.
And Gimlick has been known to sometimes put his valuable pieces in a little bit of danger, but I think against any claw bomb blitzer, he's going to be a lot more careful than against some lizards with just Mighty Blow.
I think you're right. Gimlick goes hard, is my experience watching him.
Gimlick goes very hard.
So,
but I think you have to be more careful if there's claw Mighty Blow.
I think you're right.
Corn piling on the table.
Yeah. You can't just hang it out there and hope it survives. You have to treat those players with respect, because there's the thing about Underworld is they're a joke team right up until the moment the joke is on you. Now I see the game is live in Cabal, so I'm going to load it up now, and we'll take a look. The one thing I forgot to prep. Are you going to be watching in Cabal Vision or watching on the stream? Just for my curiosity.
I'll watch it on Cabal Vision.
Okay.
The stream has a delay, right? So.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, we're actually already a turn in. Jesus, they started slightly early by the looks of it. I'm just going to go back to see what happened at the start, because there seem to be rather fewer players than I expected on the pitch. Right, what inducements do we have? We have at least a wizard here. Looks like Bomber Dribble Snot. That's everything I see. There's no bribes.
Yep, I think that's it.
The TV disparity wasn't as big as you'd think. One of the nice things about Underworld often is that they can stay quite low TV and still be quite effective. But in a league like this, you do tend to just kind of bloat up quite a lot. So just going to play the first few turns through the replay. So when we get to live, we'll sync back up, and I assume we'll be slightly out of sync until then. So apologies.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't expect them to start so quickly. It caught me by surprise.
You knew already what the inducements were going to be? That's what we like to see.
No, I didn't. I actually managed to contact the coaches at all. The problem was that these games were left without casting until right at the last second, so it came as a bit of a surprise. Well, it came as a bit of a surprise. It's a last-minute decision to cast the games. Alright, so we set up both of our blitzers to hit on the left-hand side. We do get the zombie out. I guess that means we're going to use the other blitzer to blitz with, which I suppose makes sense. It is a blitzer.
But I could possibly get a hit on the other blitzer. We'll see how he defends him.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to defend both of them, that's for sure, I think. Anyway, one of the claw hits goes and a zombie is removed, but the other claw hit does not remove the block guard zombie, so good news for Gimlick on that front, even if Logix will also be happy to be getting rid of some of the chaff. Looks like he's going to be taking this other hit with the troll. But it's stupid. Well, no fun there. So he's going to have to be forced to take it without block, and there's no knockdown. There's definitely a hit on the blitzers here. Now, there might be hits on both blitzers, but it depends how aggressive you want to get. Because I guess the disadvantage of your killer being frenzy is that, oh, we throw the bomb,
exactly,
gets caught by the white, throws it back, knocks over a line rat. Okay, just the line rat goes down.
That's a great. It's already a great turn one.
I love it. Okay, so we are fighting the blitzers, clearly, because we based it with the fleshy, right? Like, you don't do that if you're not planning on fighting.
Yeah, we can block both blitzers,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. I wonder if we do the second one with the wolf or not. Like, that's what I'm interested in.
I think now that he gets the knockdown, I think you use the wolf.
I think I agree. Because if you don't get the knockdown, you might end up based on the other blitzer, which would be pretty bad.
And I think like if everything is like average dice, I think Gimlick wins more than Unworld will win, so he can.
Yeah.
He's allowed not to take many risks.
Oh my goodness! Chose not to Apo that. I was expecting an Apo.
Ooh. This is a great second turn already.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a little bit unfortunate there for Logix. His hit with the troll, I'm sure he'd have loved that hit to be a POW rather than just a push. Because if it's a POW, he can go and base the wolf, right?
But why didn't Gimlick just leave his wolf there and go for the 1-9 dodge?
I guess he was afraid of being based on the blitzer on the floor, or being close.
Yeah, but you can just base the guy, and now you're on the floor with your wolf.
It's true. I would be tempted to try and find a way to foul that wolf as well, although maybe it wasn't possible if you keep keeping the
I
wolf safe.
think he's needs to care about the wolf, that's very true. But still, like, that removal is huge for Gimlick.
Yeah, it's huge. That's like one of the two players he's afraid of in this game. I think. Honestly, it really is that diet, because like the throwers and stuff, they're okay, but he does foul with Boomer, but doesn't get an armor break. I think it was what, 1 assist foul?
1 assist, yeah, 1 assist. That's not the best foul.
Not the most exciting for sure. And unfortunately, he's another good player now getting hit. This one has a niggle to boot. He's KO'd. But
I kind of like the foul because he has to take risks now because he's quite down already by turn 2.
Yeah. I completely agree. Like, Dribble Snot's out. I mean, Dribble Snot at least. I mean, he's mostly there just to add a bit of bench, right? Like.
Yeah, he was always gonna go out of the game, but this half is gonna be really hard now.
I think this half is almost a nightmare already, right? Like, so we've got the ball based by tackle. It's not the end of the world. We've got 2 heads, so you know if you have to use a team reroll to get off the wolf, okay, fine. Hitting it is a bit of a tricky one. You do have the wrestle guy here, so maybe the wrestle fellow comes and hits it. Oh, the other blitz are now getting stamped on, but just not even a stun. So yeah, okay, yeah. So it looks
but
like
anytime Underworld doesn't blitz with Claw Money Blow, you're a really happy guy.
exactly right. Like it's almost. I was almost thinking maybe you just want to like dodge out
or
the
plus
ball
it,
so that you can so that you can hit with the blitzer. Like, I don't know. It's maybe too aggressive, but. Ooh. I think we're
is he gonna
almost-
try to still score? That's
mean-
the question.
Oh my goodness, and that's another skilled player gone.
Oh.
The Underworld, this can sometimes happen to Underworld, right? They can just explode.
Mhm. I think maybe he had to dodge out here, yeah, and just try to run for the backline as quick as possible.
Mm.
Because any longer this drive goes on, the less chance he has of scoring.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like he's done absolutely nothing to the Necro, right? Like, and he's lost 4. There goes the diving tackle goblin. Still clinging to that Apo. So what's interesting now is he needs the John Cena rat to come back, or he's not on a full 11 for the next drive. Do you have to go troll?
I think you're relying on regen.
Regen, I think so too. But yeah, this is just monstrous. There's no players left. We're turn 3, and there are 6 Underworld players out. Right? That means on average 2 players have been removed every turn by Gimlick. Like this is disastrous. It's hard to overstate how bad this has gone for the Underworld. Like he just has the ball carrier. He can't even protect it. And the blitz is gone too.
It's potato time.
Yeah, but where do you even go?
You're just relying that he doesn't get it on like 12 dice, because then you can score somehow.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you have 2 unstunned players who are on the floor who maybe you can like dodge out and screen with. But yeah, I think I agree. You have to go and score. So I think you blitz the white, right? Like with the ball carrier. Like, or you just don't. I mean, I don't know, but I think I don't see much better. We are now live, so that's nice.
There's just somehow hoping that you get something next drive.
Yeah, for sure. Because this is a catastrophe. Because the worst part is, right? Let's say the ball gets turned over and Gimlick scores, which I think you have to say looks quite likely at this point.
Yeah, that's very likely.
You only get 1 KO roll.
Ooh, yep.
So you're not even that likely to get all of these players back. Oh, I failed a 2+. Goodness me. Okay, so I quite like this play. You need to do the GFI. You have to be in scoring range for me. Because this guy's not yet in scoring range. Oh no. The problem with this, for me, is that the only way you get out of this, because you're going to get absolutely swarmed next turn. There's going to be like 6 players coming at you. There's going to be at least a wolf and a white, maybe a wolf. There's going to be at least 3 or 4 players who will make sure you have no safe square to go to next turn. And you can expect that this guy is very likely going to end up on the ground. So like, I think the only way you get out of this is by having a scoring threat, and he hasn't made a scoring threat.
Yeah, if Underworld can somehow score, that would be a miracle.
Yeah, but that's why Kane needed to be 1 square further forward. I understand being afraid of the GFI, but like, this isn't good enough.
Yeah, in the end, I think it doesn't really matter because he's gonna get blitzed by Frenzy into another player into another hit.
I mean,
so.
I agree. Although with a GFI, with a GFI you could get out of range of the 1 push into a player, right? Like.
Yeah, true. Or with 2 GFIs, he would be. No, if with 2 GFIs, he would be quite far away.
With 2 GFIs, he gets surfed, I think, unless you go like because the flesh golem and the edge of the pitch form a kind of like 2 pushes can push you either into the flesh golem or into the edge of the pitch. And the flesh golem has grab, so as soon as you get pushed into the flesh golem, it's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that I guess is the argument for why you probably wanted to move the thrower down the pitch rather than hiding in the backfield.
And the only way I can see this game going well for Underworld is that you somehow use a wizard to turn over the Necro in the second half,
Yeah.
and then you win overtime. But that's a lot of turns for Underworld.
Yeah, it's a big ask. I mean, what do you do here? Do you like punt it at this point? Like, I don't see that there's anything better than that, especially because yeah, you just don't have any players. You have no players. Okay, and the troll is gone. But at least,
I think
Edmund is sent off. So, you know, now the Necro only have two bench.
2 more. Yeah. I think you punt it and just move all your players up and pray.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I heard a plural there.
You have 1 player, yeah. True.
Okay. This is reasonable. So we're gonna punt it to. Has he gone too far? Like, is he gonna be able to throw that distance?
Yeah, we're 2 Lizardman coaches. We have no idea how many tiles we can throw.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, I don't know if distances are passing. Like, I've never passed in my life. Actually, I have. I've passed Saurus even, but you know.
Exactly. We need like an elf coach in chat or someone to
Yeah.
explain to us how throwing works. I think he needs GFIs. I'm not sure.
Well, he's doing GFI, so he seems to agree with you.
Yeah.
It's the one thing the interface won't show me either as a caster, is the passing ranges. I say the one thing. There are probably many things, but it's the one thing that springs to mind immediately. Oh, inaccurate. No. That's all right. That's not so bad. I mean, the wolf
That's
can
good
reach,
enough.
but you know, we'll just assume
That's
the wolf
probably-
snakes to pick up.
That's probably better in the hands of the guy.
It might well be, yeah, actually.
Because the ball is now closer to the scoring range.
Yeah, and further away from your pitch, because the problem I think this wolf is in range to pick it up and score without handing off. 1, 2, 3.
I think so.
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that would be turn 6. And yeah, he's easily in. Movement 8 is pretty quick. The wolf is easily in range to go back, pick up that ball, and be in scoring range without GFIs. I think probably with a little bit of latitude of movement to boot. So
Movement 8 is nice.
yeah.
If he snakes the pickup,
Yeah, if you snake
We're
the
in
pickup,
for a
there's
game.
a chance. To be fair, if
Ooh.
this is not a knockdown, there's a chance too. Because you can always engage for the reroll, which I think is very sensible. Because actually,
Yeah.
this guy is a rattler, so he's
oh yeah.
badly hurt. Yeah, okay. The decision not to Apo does not bode well for what Logix thinks of his chances in this game.
I mean, his only chance to win is overtime. So
Yeah.
I think he's saving the FO for his other blitzer.
Yeah. We might see a pitch clear here.
It's quite rare you see a pitch clear in the first half.
Snakes!
Oh, just done. His chances are quite high we see a pitch clear. Just because we can file 2 turns
Yeah,
and there's 2 players left.
yeah. First half pitch clear. Oh my goodness. This might end up being a quick game, to be honest. Which is a shame. I've been looking forward to this cast. I'm feeling like, oh yeah, I'm going to cast with Rex. It's going to be great. And then these
With
2 players are
Underworld.
just like, everything died.
With Underworld, you never know. You can be in for a long
Yeah,
game or a very quick game.
True, for sure.
And we also get to see how greedy Gimlick is going to be. Is he just going to score on his legendary wolf? Or is he going to score on something else.
Ha! I think that white moving
Yeah,
is the answer to that question. I think that
agree,
white is going to become the scoring threat.
And if you look at the name of the white, it's like the perfect name for what he's doing right now.
So Seb, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna see
One down.
Also, this player very.
Oh my goodness. There's still one more. Still one more to go.
Will he foul on turn 8 for memes?
Well, Logix has literally no actions to take this turn. Which is rare. It's rare you get a turn where you can't do anything. There are turns where it feels like you can't do anything, but that was a turn where he literally had no other actions but to press end turn. And we do see the wolf walking over to the white over there. He's not handing off.
What? No handoff.
Ah.
He's not greedy.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure I would say that.
I kind of like it though. It's the playoff. It's round of it's the third round, right? So yeah,
it's not like this white is particularly close to leveling either, right? Like this white is, and it kind of has all the skills it needs. Like stand firm would be nice. I mean, but everything else is just nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to foul this last underworld player. We spin him. Oh, he's alive. Scotty too hotty. The last man.
Keeping the dream alive. Last red standing indeed. And if you don't hand off on turn 7, you're definitely not going to foul on turn 8.
No, that I think is for sure. And for the second time in a row, Logix has nothing to do. It bolts! Oh my goodness.
No, I don't like that.
No, I hate that. I think that's terrible. I don't think you ever win by bolting there.
Now you have 0 chance of scoring in the next half.
Well, I mean, it's not 0 chance. Like, you could get all of your KOs back, and then you get a blitz.
We first need the KOs back. Let's see what happens here.
The KOs are really important here, and there's a lot of them.
I saw some failures.
I saw a lot of failures. Okay,
we have some success.
We didn't get the blitzer.
We didn't get 2 out of 5 is not the best.
But I think we didn't get the blitzer. Like, that's huge. We didn't get the blitzer. We didn't get the throw. We got the troll and the goblin. The troll is good.
We've got.
I mean, we can't complain about getting the troll back, but yeah, no, he missed on a lot there.
It's gonna be a troll blitz every turn, and we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, this is such a nightmare. This is just like. This is how you dread your playoff games going, right? Like, and you know, we've played our share of games against core teams and know that this happens sometimes, but it happens more to Underworlds than to most teams because they're all terribly squishy, stunty AV7 pieces. Like even because there's only one like actual killer on this team, but like the hits from the white and from the flash column, and there's like 4 or 5 random mighty blows floating around in this. Necro team that aren't the Claw Mighty that can that are really effective against this AV7 stunty team.
But every hit on an important piece was just immediately a cost. The first blitzer bomb out, second blitzer.
Yeah. No, it's been very unpleasant for Logix. Like this is just dreadful. This is just and there's so many skills that were removed. But the thing was, Logix still has his Apo, right? Like, Logix has chosen to preserve the Apo rather than using it to try and keep, for example, Stone Cold on the pitch, which was a...
Yeah, I think looking back, he probably should have used the Apo there.
It's where I would have used the Apo, because I'm always worried in a game that I'm not actually going to get to use my Apo. It sounds kind of crazy, but, like, that's interesting. We just chose not to knock that Goblin down. We had the both down. This is not a block Goblin. Okay.
He's just getting overzealous now. It's
yeah.
It's fine.
Being kind, making sure there's no legal concede so you can get the levels of his players. No,
going the full step way.
And I think we're going to be blitzing the troll, aren't we?
Yes, only dangerous piece remaining. Without the troll, there's literally nothing that can get the Underworld back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit harsh, but I think I agree with you. Like, there's just not very many options left.
I think even just you just fouled it full even.
Oh yeah,
This is
absolutely, 100%, right? Like, oh,
Yeah,
doesn't need to.
ooh.
Doesn't need to. It's just got golden
So
dice.
do you echo that?
Well, let me tell you what I'm thinking at this point. I was very, very certain that Logix was not going to Apo that, because Logix has not used the Apo in like 4 or 5 spots where I would have used the Apo, which says to me that Logix is not feeling like they're going to win this game. Hey, I've got the ball. it's
Yeah.
me. Woo.
At this point, I can understand
So
keeping the echo for team preservation.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I would have used the Apo immediately on Stone Cold. Like that's just like, what are you preserving him for if not for the round of 16 of the playoffs, right? Like,
Yep, I agree.
And
I would also use
the
that.
fact that you've immediately got guaranteed value, your 50k Apo gets to keep massive Skaven Blitzer on the pitch. And yes, I know it's niggled. I mean, I know it's a fragile guy, but like, this is one of your win conditions, right? This is a bit interesting. The ball is kind of exposed here. I like the reroll. I think that's just correct. Like, you had to try for it. This is probably the best chance you're going to get. I feel like when you're this many players up, giving even this remotest of chances is probably a mistake, right? Like, you should be
I
able to
agree.
keep it tighter.
Yeah. A little bit overzealousness, but I mean that's
Yeah.
to be expected when you're this much up.
Like, it's hard to stay concentrated, isn't it? Right? Like, it's just so like, you know, you're in cruise control. You're not even like thinking.
Yeah, you kind of just expect your opponent to just press enter every time.
No, that's the thing. Like, they're still going to play, so you have to play too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the pressure, such as it is, that Logix has mounted here is going to be fairly easily cleared off.
Yeah.
That
Gonna
goblin
be-
just got knocked over and didn't die. Yeah, it's what? Ooh, Dub Skulls. That's a knockdown though. It's alive. The Undertaker lives. The Undertaker.
And now Gimlick actually has to use his brain for once.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost another dub skull.
Yeah. Instead, it's another Kaz.
He's like, okay, get the ball save.
So we
Take
started
3
this
dice.
game half an hour ago. Am I right?
Yeah. It might end quicker before the dwarf game ends. I don't know.
I think it will. Like, honestly, I think Showman's game might. We might end up raiding Kindred at this rate. Oh dear.
Sometimes you just have those games.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my.
We've all been there.
Oh,
But
we
it's just
absolutely
so
have.
it's so unfortunate when it's the round of 16 playoffs for both coaches, I think.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure Gimlick is delighted to be getting a game which is just kind of easy, right? Like, no lies, I'm sure Gimlick is feeling quite happy about the way this game is going. But
Yeah, of course. But at the same
you do
time,
want
like,
a bit of a challenge, right? Like, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's
And
an
like a
uphill
year
here.
from now, when you're looking back at your awesome playoff run, you're like, this game was so awesome. I had to fight for it the entire time, but now it's
Yeah,
just I rolled some good dice and I won.
5 + 4 + 1 dice. No, we can go around the back with the thrower, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's super
5,
easy
6,
when it's 1
7,
dice.
8, 9. It's a couple of 2 pluses, but it's there.
And again, like you're saying, like you're up too many players to give up this easy hit.
What the heck? Why do we immediately want the dodge? Like, come on, Knuckle. You gotta stop being such a dick.
You just keep going for it.
You keep
Where
going.
else-
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Where else is he going?
Because you had to cut both the corners, right? I think, or at least. It
Yeah,
was,
you have to. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The problem is like, how is he gonna score? The problem is like, how is he gonna score?
my
Like
God.
he can get the ball down, but how do you score?
So was going to come to that. I would have actually left the Undertaker on the floor, so that on the miracle chance you get the POW, you have a play, such as it is. Like,
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's a great play, but it's a play. But I mean, you don't have great plays, because this is what happened to your great plays. They're all over here. All of your great plays are lying in the Cas box, waiting for next season. Oh dear.
Well, that's the true power of global. You always have to think, how can I win this game? Because that's like the only thing that matters here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, you go all in. You give it everything, right? Like, you don't half-ass this. Now, it's interesting as Gimlet here. Do you like score quickly? I think you don't need to, right? You don't need to. You can just.
I mean, if you want SVP, you can score quickly, but
yeah.
Then you just get his claw piece back, and maybe he blitzes a good piece.
So okay. Thinking long term, I think what you try and do is actually you get the pass and the level on the ball. Yeah. Welcome, Sir Sevstar. Welcome to this absolute massacre. There's nothing else to call it. They're all gone. They're dead, Jim. They're dead. Yeah, I think the only thing you Yeah. No, because you're 1-0 up, right? Like, I think you just get the 1 SPP on this guy. Like, I don't know. You move the white over here and you pass to him, and then you hand it back. That's I would absolutely 100% go for that, because like, who cares if you drop it? Honestly.
Yeah, true.
It's 1 in a million for you to lose the game from here. Like, honestly.
Yeah, even if he somehow gets the ball and scores, there's still like overtime or more.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, overtime, and he's still down 17,000 players.
It's time to turn on full Sir Scepter mode and just get all those SPP.
Well, Sir Sebstar is the one who was arguing against it, so apparently he doesn't agree with you that that's Sir Sebstar mode.
There's always do as I say, not as I do. Oh.
Bad news. Sting is dead.
Sting is dead.
Every breath you take. No more breaths for Sting.
No more moves.
Yeah. Although, aren't these all wrestler themed? Is Sting a wrestler? Yeah, we're doing the pass. I love it.
Nice. My knowledge of wrestlers is John Cena, and that's about it. Hulk Hogan is also a wrestler. Yeah, I think they must be all wrestlers.
I think they're wrestlers. But then Borok is clearly an ascended loner. But why is Sting a wrestler? Oh, so yeah, I see what you're saying. So, yeah, no, I agree. I think SPP farming is just what you do here. You just hand this back to the Google, and you just take complete control of this game. There's no place. There's nothing. They have nothing. This is not quite a legal concede, right? Because legal concedes in REBBL are only allowed at setup phase. But there are only 3 players on the pitch.
I think you just do a.
So he needs to hand off to a zombie, is what you're saying.
It's a thing. And then the Ghoul is gonna make a couple more passes, and then Wu is gonna actually score.
I was just assuming you were going to score on the Ghoul rather than doing 3 more vanities, but I suppose you could just do 3 more vanities and then hand off to like Volcano.
Yeah,
Zombie.
I mean the vanity passes are just 2 2+s, which
That's true.
never fail.
It's true. I mean, honestly, you might as well, right? Like,
Yeah, I definitely would.
I love the wolf noise.
You
There's
could
not
even
a lot to talk about this game. At the
you could
moment.
even touch down on the My Blow Wolf to get him a tiny bit closer to the level.
Yeah, true. Although I mean, he's still 60 SPP off, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he. Oh my god.
Hey, the dwarf game is finished.
Is it? Good. Welcome, viewers of Kindred. Unfortunately, you've joined us in what can only be described as a massacre. Here is the Underworld team. Also, here. this guy, and this guy. So there's 2 Underworld on the pitch.
Perfect timing to join.
So yeah. And Logix is passing turns, and so is Gimlet. Yeah.
Ah, he doesn't do the passes.
Thank you for the follow, Kindred. Unfortunately, our game was a lot faster than your one. Fatality. Oof. Yeah, so I suppose there's a 1 turn on, although it's 2-0 up, so it doesn't matter, but there's a 1 turn on. If some stuff wakes up. No, Troll didn't wake up, never mind. Not even that consolation.
Yeah, 130 with 5 players is a bit hard. And movement 7, I think that's...
Yeah, I mean, if you had the Troll wake up, you had the throw teammate, but...
Yep.
You don't. Jesus Christ.
Well, very nice game for Gimlick.
Yeah, lovely game for Gimlick.
No MGs, a level on Shamba.
Yeah, I leveled up. Now, I think the only thing you can say for Logix is actually the damage isn't too bad, because he's lost Rookie Line Rat, Rookie Goblin. I think everything else is just MNG. Sorry, it's just badly hurt.
Badly hurts.
So,
And he got to round 16 of playoffs, which is pretty nice as Underworld.
Absolutely, right? Like, this probably hurts right now. Although, sometimes it can be so absurd it doesn't even hurt anymore. You're just like, well, fine, fuck you, Knuckle, right? Like, this is... I guess. But like...
Yeah, when there's absolutely nothing he could have done, that's also a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guess what I'll say is like, yeah, you could be very proud of the fact that you got this far. Like, you obviously did some things right this season. I mean, you don't get to round 16 of playoffs by mistake. I did. Did I? Or round 32? I don't remember. I got knocked out by Chaos. That's all I remember. Fuckers.
Those good old claw mighty blows.
Ridiculous stuff. Yeah, even the perfect defense to fuck up the LOS hits. I mean,
he doesn't pile on. Oh, because he cannot pile on.
Yeah, he could have piled on, but I probably...
he needed assist.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Is it more important to get the assists and take the hits, or is it... It's like, it's not like either of these hits matter, but it's also not like the SPP on this guy matters. Like, none of the SPP matters, so...
Well, he wants to level the bigger ball.
I guess, yeah. And then do the pass with it. It's more reliable than doing the hit.
Can he get something nice this game?
Can he get the level? 4+ pass.
Computer says yes.
Succeeds the pass? Fails the fucking
Computer
cat.
says no.
Oh my goodness. Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Commiserations to Logic Z.
Yeah, commiserations. Congratulations to Gimlick. Moving on to the round of 8. Whoa, that's quite good, isn't it? Can we see yet another Underworld Necromantic winner of the playoffs? We certainly are going to see an Underworld winner, at least not from Logix. Not this season, sorry. I should clarify. I'm not saying Underworld can't win. I'm not saying that Logix can't win. I'm saying that Logix just got smashed, and that was very unfortunate for him. Yeah, this fight's hilarious. I love this fight. This fight has no ordinary stats. This fight, yeah.
And Gimlick will face, I think, Jorf.
I haven't checked the bracket.
Yeah, Gimlick will face Jorf or Necro or...
Oh, Gimlick. That was quick.
Congratulations, Gimlick.
A little bit went well, didn't it? Yeah. I think we're just about to wrap up here. It's not one of those games where there's a lot of analysis going on, to be honest.
Nope.
So, you can watch the replay for your own gratification. But, yeah. Hello, Logix. Sorry about that. That was, that was one that, yeah, painful.
Commiserations, man, yeah.
Yeah. But as we were saying, I mean, congratulations on getting to the round of 16, because That's quite an achievement with an Underworld team, and at least the damage isn't too extensive. I think it's a couple of dead players, but nothing of real value has been lost. So yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Rick, very much for casting with me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It was a blast.
We'll have to do this again sometime. Hopefully for a game that was more of a game.
For a little bit of a longer game, I agree.
Yeah. Just so you know, Gimlick, Logix, there was a game that was going on that started an hour before you, and at one point I was very worried that our game was going to finish before their game and we would have to rate them. Yeah, swingy team for sure. You rolled dubs. Yeah, Sean, man, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Thanks for joining, but you have missed an absolute slaughter. This is the story of the game. This right here. 7 KOs, 5 injuries, 1 kills. What was the armor?
Double
40% armor, which actually is kind of almost right, I think.
Yeah, I think so. On 30 blocks, all that removal, that's
insane.
That's insane.
It's absolutely
What do you get on a double and a ghoul? Probably you don't really use the double, right?
I think you can get guard, but I wouldn't do it if it's your only ghoul, right? Like
Yeah, if it's your edgy 4. Oh, yes. What does the ghoul have again?
It was versus Underworld, yeah. The Underworld just went... There's just like bits of goblin flying everywhere. It was like a scene from some kind of horror movie.
On a wrestle edgy up ghoul, I think you just get tackle.
Yeah, I don't know what you could use the doubles for. Like,
yeah, guard, but I think tackle just makes more sense.
Yeah. You get passing skill. You get pass.
The necro pass, you never expected.
You get a leader. You know, you have to protect it anyway. But then you have to put it on the pitch. You don't want to do that. We saw in the first half. Gimlick didn't want it on the pitch. Alright, well, thank you again, everyone. I'm going to be wrapping up the stream right there because I think that's it. I might play a bit of CCL, but I'm going to restart the stream if I do that. So, yeah, peace.